temple of speed. This is the Autodromo di Monza. This is race 1, round 9 of the 2014 GP2 series. I am Will Buxton, and alongside me, the incomparably fast and talented Antonio Felix da Costa. 1 light, 2, 3 lights, 4. We have 5 lights in Monza, and now we're racing. Good start from Van Dorn, great start from Riquelme. Look at Palmer coming down the left-hand side, a Storer on the right. It's Simon Trummer, but Van Dorn has Peak tucked up behind him, coming down into the first chicane. Leal, a wonderful start already up into 5th. Lock up from Riquelme. Daniel Abt moves to the inside and almost collects Felipe Nasr in the mix. Has Palmer kept his nose clean? He has. There he is, already making up 3 or 4 positions, but it's Van Dorn who holds the lead. Daniel Abt now running up the inside, having a look at Julian Leal through Curva Grande and up to the Della chicane. It is Van Dorn from Peak, from Evans, from Riquelme. There's Leal, there is Daniel Abt into the Della Rosia. Nasr has to keep his nose clean as well, as over the bumps bounces Andre Legrau. Oh, and a big off, and was that kind of Massas? I think it was. Into the chicane, and a nice move then from Felipe Nasr. Oh no! Stefano right at the last minute seemed to jink into the side of Daniel de Jong, who similarly was bounded in, and we've got contact behind us. That is Zawa, who's been knocked off, but Marcello certainly is off, and that has given yet more positions up to Jolyon Palmer. There was an initial tiny little contact, it seemed, between Coletti and de Jong, but Sato, just out of nowhere, appeared to forget how to brake. On board with Marcello. Into the chicane. So Binder tagged the side of Izawa. Marcello with nowhere to go, and at slow speed gets into the gravel, and at that point can't get himself out of it. So here's another replay of the start, and there's Marcello, very nearly stops. Trummer does indeed stop, and Marcello got a good initial bite and then just bogged down on him.
Yeah, I mean, if you try and have a start with a double clutch, so for sure when you released the first clutch, the car was okay. It was on the bite point, and it moved initially quite well, but then when they released the second clutch, probably was a bit too aggressive, and the engine bogged down. You know, it's quite hot, the tires are grippy, so...
This is a great drive from Jolyon Palmer.
Yeah, I mean, Haryanto is still there, P11, so theoretically he lost a place, but it's Palmer who has came from there, and we'll see, yeah.
Big time under braking on Haryanto, and there's that confidence. There is that move from Jolyon Palmer. Beautiful stuff from the championship leader, just as he has been doing all year. Not even a problem for him.
Yeah, just so safe, no lockups, nothing. The car is not moving on the braking, so, you know, it just gives him the confidence, and I'm sure he'll be able to defend now with no problems.
But Haryanto's coming for him. Haryanto is feisty, but can't even get close under braking. Palmer is just so good on the brakes. That really was a lovely overtaking move, as you say, not a hint of a lockup. But this is Nasr coming into the pits. Whoa, hello. That has cost him some time as well, as he almost grinds to a halt way too late on the brakes.
Yeah, the only danger of that is if you overspeed a little bit in the pit lane, then you... Yeah, let's hope not.
Race leader in, Stoffel Van Dorn into the pits. No hint of a lockup from him.
Yeah, you can see with him, like this camera from the back, that his rear flashing light came up before the pit entry, so he was clearly on that pit limiter before the line, which is good.
Let's have a look to see where Daniel Abt is on our map. Here comes Van Dorn. It's a really great stop from ART, and Daniel Abt isn't even into the final corner at Parabolica yet, so Van Dorn should easily keep the lead of the race as he moves on to the hard tyre with 18 laps remaining. As we watch Trummer, who stalls the original start. Big lock-up coming into the pits.
Yeah, still safe though.
Berton leaves the pits and very nearly chops into the path of Pierre Gasly, fellow Red Bull driver with you.
Yeah, I mean, that's you can see how much of an advantage of having the hot tires is given you. You know, he came alongside him on the exit of the corner. He just had more grip to bring him out to that straight, and he managed to stay in front.
Negrão up the inside of Daniel Abt into Lesmo 1. It's a really nice move from Negrão on Abt, but that's bunching up behind him. Now Leal has a look on the inside of the German, makes that move. Oh, and they touch, and Abt is off into the gravel and into the barrier, and Negrão snakes off as Naza gets past Leal, and they now run wheel to wheel. The teammates side by side coming into Ascari. Naza, will he heed that position? Will he cede that position?
Yeah.
No. And that has now allowed Coletti onto the back of Leal as well.
Yeah, I mean, Leal just put himself in the wrong place with that contact with up there, and now he's going to be
passed again. Yeah, edged him.
You know what this means? This means Palmer has made at least 3 positions. Abt, Leal, and Coletti. With all this fight, they lost approximately 4 or 5 seconds to Nazar, and that's it. That's enough for Palmer to. He's been doing his own race, his clean race, and now he's out of the pit. Let's see where he comes out.
So this then a replay of Coletti, getting past Julian Leal, but at the same time I believe he then ran wide, if this is the replay I'm thinking of, which allowed Leal to have a go at him. Yeah, all 4 over onto the green just-ish. No, not really, but he had such a twitch. No, Palmer just got a great exit.
He did have this pit stop maybe, 4 or 5 laps later than Coletti, and he's probably got that small advantage on his tyres. And
minimal though. As Gasly now comes up on Canamassas, and Canamassas touches wheels with the rookie, who doesn't put up with Canamassas' bullying tactics and makes his way through. 1.2 seconds the gap on Peak now for Stoffel Vandoorne, and perhaps you're right, perhaps Peak has just accepted. Second place will do quite all right for me, thank you very much. But the man who, Antonio and myself agree, the most impressive rookie in the Pirelli era, comes through to take the win that was denied him at home with the Temple of Speed. Stoffel Vandoorne wins from Arthur Peak. Peak's delighted and punches the air. Evans comes home 3rd. Riquelme is 4th. Negrão is 5th. Naza is 6th. And somehow, behind them all, Jolyon Palmer from last on the grid saves reverse grid pole for tomorrow, and in so doing probably saves his championship.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And I'm sure he's going to be saving also a lot of fuel on that in lap now.
Riquelme comes home 4th, Negrão 5th. Naza makes up just 1 place from his grid position of 7th, and that you can put down to the fact that Marcello, who started 4th, was eliminated right at the start of the 2nd lap.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not feeling good with himself, and as well as Abt. I mean, he deserves a good result by now. You know, he's been having a tough time in GP2. He's a good talent, he's a good driver, and he was doing everything right today. And it was just a bit unfortunate there.
Yeah, got bumped out by Leal, who ultimately was given a drive-through penalty for that. It won't be any kind of consolation for Daniel Abt. What about this man, Jolyon Palmer? Let's hear how happy he is.
Great job, guys. That's big. That feels better than a win.